everyone, PiggyPlushProductions here. You may be wondering why I sound like Squidward. That is because I am not currently feeling the best, but the content stops for no one. So today we have this box. If I end up making this the compilation video similar to Willie's video, you can see the thumbnail right there. Ooh, editing movie magic. Anyway, you will definitely be seeing more packages, but if I make this its own standalone thing, it's probably gonna get cut. Anyway, I have no clue where the heck this box comes from. I've never seen a box like this in my life. Sellers usually ship stuff with like basic boxes, but I'm handling it. I will get this. Rip it open. If I didn't end up putting them in the thumbnail, then you won't know what it is. But what it actually is, it's a bunch of backpack clips. Yes, I actually did not have any of the Commonwealth backpack clips, so this is going to be an interesting experience. I definitely had them when I was younger, but unfortunately nowadays they are all gone. So I don't know why I'm talking. Most of this is going to get cut anyway. All right, here we go. I'm gonna bring that over there. Okay, they are all out of the box. We are now going to get into it. We are now going to get into it, starting with red. So he appears to be second gen. He looks like red. I don't know what else to say. It's a red backpack clip. He is unfortunately not the color matched version, but I knew that before I bought it. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next up is Chuck, and whoa, he's looking rough. Looks like he has a beer gut. His nose looks like a Tic Tac. And he also appears to be second gen. Got any interesting facts for us?
Hello. This is Please go check outside your home.
Insightful. Okay, next up is Bomb, and he is second gen. He, again, doesn't have the color match clip, but none of them do, except for the ones that already came color matched, but whatever. If anybody can tell me what this second tag is all about, that would be well appreciated. But yeah, he's Bomb. I don't think they ever made a white spot backpack clip. Pretty sure they didn't, because they only made like 5 inch and 8 inch from first gen, but who knows, a sample might exist somewhere. So yeah. Next up is Blue from Angry Birds Rio. He has that second tag again. He has the blue he has the blue clip. I might have to give a lot of these a wash. They are in kind of rough shape, but he's in relatively okay shape. Actually, the camera's not really doing it justice. Let me zoom out a little. There we go. Okay, so overall, he's pretty alright. Alright, now we're gonna start getting into the Now we're gonna start getting into the real interesting stuff. Okay, next up is the Minion Pig backpack clip. You can never have enough Minion Pigs, so this will be nice to have. Ooh, that was some bad thunder. You guys probably didn't see it because the camera can't see the window. So he, again, second gen. I'm assuming that most of these are going to be second gen. He was made in August. He was made in August of 2011. So about 14 years from the time I'm filming this. Either that or I have fog brain because I'm sick and I can't count. Take your pick. Okay, next up we have the Ruby / Girlbird / Jaylene / whatever have you backpack clip. I do not have any Girlbirds, so this is very nice. This is my first Girlbird merch, so that's really cool. This one actually appears to be third gen, which is something interesting. The bow appears to be a little bit frayed, and the embroidery is kind of falling apart. But overall, she's doing very well. I don't know why I said it like it's a person. It's a stuffed animal, but... Alright, time for the last one. Last, but certainly least, at least for this package, it's the Howl backpack clip. I don't really see too many Howl backpack clips loose, and I prefer to collect my plushies loose so that I can use them in videos if I need to, because then I feel guilty taking the cardboard off or the tag off or whatever. So this is I don't know why it's that like I'm going to use it, but overall, I have a Howl plush, but overall, he's a very nice plush. Very well sewn. He's probably one of the better conditioned ones that was in here, and he also appears to be 3rd gen, so yeah. Okay, so this is everything I got in this package, so let's just do a quick overview of everything I got. So yeah, that's everything I got in this package, and let's move on to the next.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. And you have the medium ice white mocha with 2 extra shots, 2 extra scoops of vanilla soft top and caramel drizzle, and extra sugar sprinkles.
Yeah, that's me.
Hi everybody, it's segment 2 of the video now. You may be wondering why it sounds like I ran a marathon. That is because we just took a 6-hour round trip, more like 8-hour with all the stops, to get this next lot that you are about to see. This is going to be the big majority of the video, so I guess there's no better time than now to start. In a vain attempt to structure the video at least somewhat, I have decided to group it into characters. So we're just going to be starting with the reds. Okay, so first we have this formerly tagged red pillow. His tag legitimately came off while I was picking him up to bring him to the shot, so that thing was down from the start. It's the tush tag, and yeah, nothing really that interesting with this guy. Okay, next up are 4 basic Commonwealth Redbirds. They are all pretty much the exact same. They are either stupidly short or they are very tall. Okay, next up we have the Florida Gators Red Plush and the Tampa Bay Double Rays Red Plush. The Tampa Bay one is still fully tagged with also including the MLB tag. But overall, these plushies aren't really that interesting, but I could probably figure out something funny to do with them. Okay, now here's where stuff actually starts to get interesting. We have this red plush with the slingshot. I do actually know where this one comes from. It comes from a red with a blanket, and this was supposed to like wrap around it. No, not that one. So overall, yeah, this one is slightly more interesting, but okay, next segment. Okay, next up is Super Space Red. He is not in that great a shape, and I do already have this plush, so I am either going to customize him and turn him into something, or either that or I'm going to give him to a friend. Okay, next up is Ruby, and this is a very confusing plush. We still don't know if her real name is Ruby or Girl Bird. I think in this design she's Girl Bird, but in the new one she's Ruby. She was first in the Hogs and Kisses episode of Angry Birds Seasons, and she was heavily in the marketing. She even got a plush, as you can see here, but she was never actually in the actual level. She was like just in the ending cutscene. Very confusing. Next up, we got a bit of a quartet of 8-inch red variants. So first up, we're just gonna start with this basic 8-inch red. Nothing crazy, 2nd gen, yeah. Next up is this 8-inch Luke Skywalker bird. His lightsaber appears to have been like ripped off, and his eyes look a little gray. So overall, he's probably the second least interesting 8-inch red. Okay, next up we got this 8-inch space red. And I actually didn't notice this until about 30 seconds before recording, but it is the Extroid variant. So that really bumps this plush up for me in the lot. Okay, time for the most interesting 8-inch red. Okay, time for the most interesting red plush in the lot, the 8-inch Devil Red. You see, he's got the horns, he's got the little tail. You never really see many of the 8-inch Halloween plushies. His tush tag was cut off. So this is a very nice find and my second overall in the Halloween set. If you see my previous video, you will see that I had a pumpkin pig. So yeah, very interesting. Now we're gonna move on to the blues, and trust me, they're gonna be a lot less plushies per character after this, except for one exception that we'll get into. Okay, next. First up for blues is this 5-inch blue. He's a 2nd gen, and I will definitely be giving this to a friend. Okay, next up is this fully tagged 2nd gen blue. He is in kind of rough shape, but he is still fully tagged, and I really do like him. Okay, this next one is the most interesting blue. Oh, it is the 12-inch blue. In the listing, it looked like it was going to be an 8-inch, but no, I was pleasantly surprised when I got the 12-inch. He pretty much takes up the, like, most of the frame, even when he's not being, like, held up to the camera. But if he is, he's, like, all there. Alright, now it's time for Chucks. Okay, first up for Chuck, he's just this basic 5-inch Chuck. I might turn him into, like a beat-up Chuck and give him a black eye or something, but I don't really know. Next. Okay, next up for Chucks is this 8-inch Ham Solo. I used to have this same plush when I was younger, and it's really nice to have another one. The only problem is that he is in kind of poor shape, but I'm sure that we can just wash him or something. Okay, next up for Chucks is actually a somewhat rare find. It is the Hearts Chuck plush. He still has a squeeze me tag, no hang tag. I think they had a hang tag. They might have had like a thing up here or something. But overall, these are actually kind of hard to find because, you know, it's a dog toy. Dogs are gonna... Okay, next. Okay, next up is this 5-inch laser bird with a extremely crusty pressed here tag. I really like to keep the tags intact, but overall, this one I think it's like beyond saving. I might keep it for the funny, but I don't have a good condition 5-inch laser bird. And the other one in this lot, which is the next one we're gonna look at, well, I'll tell you why I can't use that one right about now. Okay, next up for Chuck is the one I was just talking about, this laser bird. It looks to be a normal 5-inch, but if we take this 5-inch laser Chuck, the one we just looked at, and compare it, he's actually quite a bit smaller. That leads me to believe that this is a 6.5-inch because it is also a good stuff. So overall, yeah. Okay, first up for bomb are these two basic bombs. Nothing really to say about them, they're just kind of basic bombs. Both 2nd gen. Wait a second, this is actually a factory error. I never noticed this. His tag is sewn like upside down. It's actually pretty cool. That makes this guy actually pretty unique. This guy that left. Next up for bomb is this new with tag, pretty ruined tag, but still new with tag, Florida Gators bomb. Nothing really to say. Okay, next up is this Commonwealth bomb with a crusty ass wing. It's pretty normal, he's 8-inch. Yeah. Alright, time for the last bomb. Last up for bombs is Fire Bomb, and wow, I have never actually had a Fire Bomb or seen one in person that was in good shape. So this one is actually really nice to see. Its tag came off in the bag when I got it from the seller. So unfortunately, it is untagged, but I was probably gonna take the tag off anyway. It's a good stuff. It's not really worth much with the tags. But overall, yeah, he was made in April of 2012. It's sick. Next up are the Matildas. Okay, we only got 3 Matildas. First up is this basic 5-inch Matilda. Nothing really to say. Okay, next up we have this Matilda who looks high. It has still the press here tag, but not the side tag for some reason. Doesn't make any does not make any noise, so overall, somewhat good find. Sorry if the angle's a little different, but here's the 3rd Matilda, an 8-inch C3PO Matilda. Wow, this is a plush I've wanted for a while, but I never expected it to look so good in person. the great looking embroidery. Overall, this is definitely the best Matilda plush in this lot. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the house. After this point in the lot, this is where things start getting real. And that is shown with the not one, but two open beak howls. Wow, both retail, both really good shape. Overall, very, very nice. I don't know why he looks like that, but there we go. Okay, Terrence time. First up, we got this oddly large 5-inch Terabaka plush. I know the 5-inch Terabacas are usually very tiny, but this guy actually looks to be about on par with other 5-inch plushies and other 5-inch Terrences. So maybe they corrected it for a later batch. This might be good stuff. I don't know. I just know that I'm very happy with him. Okay, next up is Space Terrence / Super Space Terrence / The Incredible Terrence / Monster Bird / Hulk Bird / what have you. This is a 5-inch. He's a retail, and he is very, very nice. Okay, time for the big Terrence. Okay, so here, this guy is the main reason I bought the lot. A 8.5-inch Terrence. Wow. He is in incredible shape. He is fully fluffed and stuffed. 4th gen, my favorite gen tag. Overall, he's retail too. He's an overall incredible plush. Now, we're gonna move on to Bubbles. Hi, I am from the future, and I just realized I forgot a bomb. He is a pillow bomb. Nothing really to say. I like that his wick is 2D, and I don't know why it's only on one side, but yeah. Okay, now on to the Metallics.
Bubbles.
Okay, first up for Bubbles is this 12-inch inflated Bubbles. I think he's 12-inch. Overall, I already have him. He's not really that interesting. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with him, but yeah. Okay, now for the real interesting one. Okay, now I finally have one after years of losing mine. I finally have another 5-inch Bubbles. Wow, and that outward thing isn't really that bad on this guy. So overall, I am very happy with this plush. Alright, now it's time for the Stellas. Okay, first up for the Stellas is this 5-inch Stella. I have never had a Stella plush. I actually don't know if I've had any Stella merchandise before this. So this is actually a really neat find. I really like this. Actually, I think when I was younger I had a telepod, but if wondering why I'm not like whipping it around, it's because I perfectly got the hair feathers and I don't want to. Oh, never mind then. Okay, next up is this 8-inch Stella. I really like how long the tail feathers are. This is a very soft plush, and it has very floppy head feathers. Okay, time for the final bird of the lot. Okay, time for the final bird of the lot. We have a 6.5-inch Good Stuff Iceberg. He's bigger than any other 5-inch plush, but he is not about 8-inch, so that's my guess. But now it's time for the real attraction, the pig. Okay, first up for pigs, we got not 1, not 2, but 3 minion pigs to use for the series. This is great. Let me just move this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, next up I got this 6.5-inch Good Stuff minion pig. I do have another one of those, so that will be nice. Okay, so, and now we have not 1, but 2 8-inch classic minion pigs. The army grows. Okay, now here's the real interesting minion pig. It may look like a normal Hearts minion pig, but it's another factory error. His nose is supposed to be like this, but it got sewn on upside down. So, there we go. Next up, we have a backpack clip minion pig, another one, so that'll be very nice. I also have this catnip minion pig. He is certainly a very interesting looking plush. Okay, next up is just an 8-inch king pig. I already have a king pig. If you see my series, I already have an 8-inch king pig, and I like using him, so I'm probably gonna cut the crown off and use it as a prop. But yeah, overall, that still would be another minion pig. That is in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more minion pigs to use in my series. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, next up is what I should have put, or not should have, but I could have put him with the other minion pigs, but I am probably going to use him for something different in my series. So, he's just a little Santa pig Christmas ornament, but I don't know if I'm going to make him an elf, if I'm going to make him Santa Hogs himself, but yeah. Santa pig, everybody. Santa pig. Oh, okay. Next up, we have a couple more Star Wars plushies. We got the 8-inch Stormtrooper and the 5-inch Stormtrooper. I already have this one, but it'll be nice to have another. And I also finally have an 8-inch Stormtrooper. I'll probably make them the other twos later or something. Okay, for the next plush is a 5-inch Foreman. I've never had a 5-inch Foreman, so this is very nice to finally have one. Now we are going to move on to the final 3 plushies of the video, and they are some pretty big ones. Okay, next up is this fully tagged Walmart 8.75 release King Pig. Or I guess 8.75 inch, I mean. He is in very good shape, and I really like him. But my only gripe is that he has a Goodwill sticker on his tag, but I don't really care that much. Okay, next up, for the second to last plush of the video, we got a fully tagged 5.75 inch Walmart release. Actually, no. This might actually be a Kmart release 6-inch minion pig, because he's a lot bigger than the one you're about to, oh, I hit the camera, than the one you're about to see. And now, let's get to it. Yes, a fully new with tag, 2nd gen, 5-inch minion pig. And wow, is he in good condition. He's got the tag. The only gripe I have is, once again, with the tag, it's creased and it has this weird sticker on it. They can't all be winners, well, but this one certainly still is a winner despite this pretty minor flaw. Okay. Yes! It's finally over. I got through all the plushies. That took me like over an hour. I'm about to check the actual time and I'll put it right about here. The total number of plushies in this lot is, I don't actually know the number. I haven't counted. I'm about to do the wide shot like I did with the backpack clips, but overall, wow, what a lot. Especially for $45, that was honestly incredible. Huge shout out to the seller. She was very nice, very communicative, and overall, just a very nice seller. Okay, wide shot. Alright guys, here's the wide shot. This took me like 10 minutes to set up. Wow, that is a lot of plush. Again, huge shout out to the seller. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hi everybody, welcome to segment 3 of the video, and as I'm sure you just saw, this is why the video is called A Very Mighty Angry Birds Unboxing, because we got the Mighty Eagle. I think I'm gonna zoom out. There we go. He's in actually very good shape compared to some other eagles I've seen. The beak is actually stuffed. It's, looks to be a 4th gen tush tag. Yes, he is very big. I'm gonna go get some other plushies for scale just so you can see how big this thing is. A 5-inch red, a 5-inch minion pig, 8.75-inch Walmart minion pig, and the Mighty Mojo Eagle. So yes, he's very large. Just don't look at him head on like that. It's very nice. Oh, shoot. Very well stuffed, very good condition, nice and soft. And I got a good deal on it too. I think like $14. This thing is very expensive, so I got a really good deal. Should have called this video like a very cheap, well, not cheap, but I'm rambling. So yeah, it's the Mighty Eagle, and that's the ending of the video. Goodbye.